In this video, I'll be showing you how to make redstone elevator clock circuits for your elevator design. So basically, yes, I've been seeing that in my last video, I basically worked with the Schrodinger equation to create an oscillator clock circuit that basically controls using power rails and minecarts. So for this, we're going to use some elevators. So here's the materials that you're going to need. But I have to put the camera down so I can grab them. So here's what the materials you're going to need. So you're going to need yourself. You're going to go all the way down to where all the explosives are. You'll grab yourself some redstone. Then you'll need some redstone torches. You'll also need some droppers. Definitely redstone repeaters and comparators. Hoppers. What am I going for? I think levers. I think we also need some chests. And for the chests, I'll explain why you need the chests for. This was awesome. Anything else we need? Oh, and also we need some type of blocks. Any block of your choice. So for this, I'll be using sandstone. I'll just use I'll just use the chisel sandstone. So, yes. So once you have all those materials you want to start building, you can start building now. So, on this first side here, you're going to grab your dropper and just place a dropper that's facing up. How do I want to place this? I'll place it right. I want to face it like... It doesn't matter where it goes as long as it's facing top. So, place that dropper right there. And then here's this for the clock circuit. You can place this how many droppers as you want. But you place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. I think. So that's a total of 10. So you place 9 there. We're going to do the same thing as well. So make sure they're facing up. Do 1. We want to have a total of 9. 2, 3, 4. Really? How many got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a total of 6. So we need. So let me count one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we'll need 6, 7, and then we'll need 8, and then 9. You should have a total of 10 droppers facing up. And then the reason why for the chest right here is basically the chest is right here so we can put all the items in so you can catch up with you. I figured it'll be like a little fun project, so let's plop a chest right on top of that dropper you made, and there you go. Now it's time for the clock circuit. So you can see here he placed a couple of clock circuits right here, right? So what you're gonna do is to grab your sandstone block, you're gonna place one here and one right there. That's awesome. Then along with redstone coming this way and down the block with it going facing that way, and grab a repeater. You want to make sure it's facing this way right here. And then placing a redstone torch, it should create an own clock circuit. And if you place a lever, it can stop the clock circuits. Like simple, where that redstone torch burns out, everything turns off. Alright, the next thing you want to do is... So we place that. The next thing you want to do is right here. Is you want to create this, you want to create like a little guide right here. So, how this works is that if you come back here, this block right here, you can see we're placing a redstone torch right there, and that redstone torch burns out. So for this, you're basically gonna crouch a few times. So you're gonna place sandstone blocks on the sides of your droppers until you reach the top. Alright, and you can stop there. So you want to show something like this right here. And then you want to basically create yourself the redstone torch compendium. You can hear a click, so this one should burn out, because when the ones that are burned out you cannot hear. Then another one right here, and then one more right there, until it reaches to the top. So you have your first basic clock circuit, and when you flip on this lever right here, it's gonna create something great. Just listen. You hear this little clicking mechanism. See? It can flick on and off the redstone torches. And if it bothers you, just flip the lever off. So yeah, that's a cool looking basic little elevator clock circuit. Another thing we can do is that we can do the same thing as well, but different design. So you're going to create your 10 droppers again with the trap chest. I'll let you know when I get back there. Okay, so I'm back here, and you want to have this, look at this right here, and you make sure that they match. They line up together. So for the next design I did was I did this right here. Okay, now for the redstone circuit, for the clock circuits, again it's two sandstones facing from one part. Then it was a repeater facing that sandstone. Then redstone coming out of it. And this right here, you create your own clock circuits. And by placing a lever to turn it off. And here's the best parts again. So, remember how we made this first clock circuit elevator? So, the second one is you can use it by creating with diagonals. So, simply just create diagonals with your sandstone. Keep this up and work all the way to the top. Right? And then you'll basically place redstone torches in a pattern, where one should light up and the other one should burn out. So keep this up to the top, like this right here. So you have something should look like this, and then you'll place redstone torches where they're at. So for the first one, it's burn out. Second one goes here. You'll hear it clicking. The other one here goes out, and so on. So the only time you hear a click is when they are basically lit up. Basically, the redstone torches mean that you cannot hear the click, and then place that one right there. So you should have every redstone torch in like a pattern. The ones that are lit should be on the inside. The ones that are on the outside, ones that are burned should be on the outside. Okay, and then for this little method right here, I'm gonna take a hopper, and basically that hopper is like a little chest holder, like a little sink, so that I can, and I'm gonna place a chest there so I can put all my items if you're doing this in survival mode. Okay, once you have everything set up, here is your little clock circuit thing. Here's how it goes. So if I flip this over, you'll create a little clock circuit. And this right here, now you can make a comparison that this goes slower and this goes faster. So you kind of get the idea. This basically has, now I'm explaining the reason why. I'm going to turn these off for a second because they are bothering me. So, for the diagonal right here, we see the reason why this goes slower is because that basically it doesn't have not enough molecules by the redstone torches to basically go a little fast. The reason why is because that if you set one of these redstone repeaters off to like to 4, for example, here's how it does. It goes slower. See? At 1, at 2, at 3, at 4. So the basic multi-view multiplicative assets is because that if you look at the oscillator manual by building this, you'll notice that it contains using redstone torch physics. So yes, and how this goes faster is because this is actually done by using a lot of droppers. It's by using droppers and basically placing them straight and parallel. You should get a faster version. So here's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's how they compare each other, because this goes slow because of diagonals and perpendicular, and this one is parallel and straight. So basic redstone elevators clock circuits can work this out. You can use it for like survival mode. So here are some automatic versions that you can use. We've seen before that we used this before, but you can use a comparator. So by going to this, we're going to do this. We're going to go to this, the parallel one. Go to the parallel one. Place your comparator. Be sure it's facing that redstone. So you want to add a comparator facing to the sandstone, right? And then placing a redstone torch. It should light up that redstone repeater. When you flip it on, it doesn't do nothing. Flip it back down, it's do nothing. Well, the reason why we didn't do this is because if you look closely, because the elevator is controlled by the bottom elevator, it will switch off while some of the stuff has not made it to the top. It doesn't matter if you want to build this, but it says we can find that 12 items get stuck in a 50 block high elevator, so we're okay with that. So basically, I just for once do not use the comparator at all. Now for the other side of this right here, we're gonna go back to the other side. It's the same thing as well. By placing your comparator the other way with another redstone torch, with another sandstone block with a redstone torch being burned out, you can identify the constraints. This lights up, so this shouldn't have no problem at all. See? And the main part is, how come my elevators aren't working? Because we basically added the comparators. And plus we add a redstone torch. So I just delete those because you don't need them. They're just basic examples how you can use comparators to like create yourself like a non-stop point to where the vertex of your oscillator elevator is going to stop. Okay, the next one we're going to talk about is the 100% efficient fully automatic elevator. So this person had basically used a couple of items: sandstone, droppers, repeaters, redstone, and a comparator. He also built this as well, which we're going to build that there. So to build this efficient fully automatic elevator, which is right here, could be like this is an example for like the top right here. We're going to have to make a 3x3x2 square. So we call it the subunit. Most physicists use the subunit because it refers to the perimeter of your build. So find like another space around here. I have some like this place here that's like filled with glass. So I'm gonna destroy that. So you want to place yourself a 3x3x2 square. So you should get a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, total of 8 rows. Okay. The next thing we're gonna do is you're gonna place your dropper facing up. With the circuits, we're gonna have a comparator facing away from the dropper, redstone, a repeater facing that redstone, and it should light up. Well, it shouldn't light up yet because we didn't add anything. But on the other hand, you go ahead, flip it around, and then have a redstone repeater facing off the away from the other comparator, and then just add your basic redstone. Alright, to this you're gonna have to use either a redstone torch or lever. So find any other place to place like a lever at, like this right here. So what this does, it does basically if you put an item, for example, I'm gonna go ahead and place. So I have like my item here I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna put like this raw meat for example. Put this raw meat in here for example. You hear a click, because that means it pops up. If it's on, you're gonna have to go, because it means that the switch is turned off. So I'll place like a piece of coal, for example. Place in there, and then I don't want any power. That just comes out, and look at the comparator. It just flicked it off. Create like a little pulse shortener. Okay, for this, I want to build this last. Actually, let me look. So, and actually, there's also another way you could build this. So, another cool thing is like the same one, but different. Instead of creating a whole square, you're gonna create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But then delete this one corner part, and you want to place 2 droppers facing up. And then you want to repeat. You want to repeat the circuits. The overefficient counterclockwise circuit. I have no idea what that means. It's just made up. Okay, so we want to have a redstone repeater facing away from that. Then the other one facing away. So this gets a little really cool. Adding the components will basically resolve you into basically having a pop-up screen. So I want to take like one lever for example. You hear it click. So the main part is that this is different. It's basically compared to the other one, but we did the opposite. We basically this one here basically we had to take a lot of corners out. We just basically just plop it there, and this one here we had to delete a corner to place 2 hoppers. So droppers meant. So I'll take this white wool for example, and you hear it click. You hear it click. That means it must be turned on. So it's kind of the same thing. So I'll take like this. Sorry, I'm not showing you guys. I'll take this white wool for example, place it down, and I'll take like the raw meat, and then I'll put like a lever in there for example. So when that's on, it basically compacts the object you put in there. So if you put this back off, it's going to turn off everything. Watch this. It clicks off 3 times because of the objects you put in there. The number of objects maximum is only at 9. It's kind of interesting. And the reason why I want to say it's because this is a kind of hard breaking moment. So if you look closely, you'll see that this person built the same thing as I did. He built the same thing as well, but he only used a different of comparators. But the way he built this right here looks really, really interesting. So what he did was he took like a massive, like 3 pieces of sandstone, and then he basically used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm not sure how many droppers they have. I think that's 5. 5 droppers, and then he basically did a lot of circuiting. So we're gonna try to see if we can build that. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 9 sandstone, I meant. So I'm gonna have to go find another place to go build this at. Alright, how about right here? So to build this, you're gonna need a little bit of spacing. So 1, 2, 3. So build like a wall, for example. Count how many rows, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. You know, delete the other row, then you get 2, and then 3, 4, and 5, and then 6. I want to be sure that you want to have like what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 rows. So 1, 2, and then 3, then 4, and 5, and then 6. Then you will have 7, and then you'll have 8, and then you'll have 9. We should have 9 total of these, I think. Make sure I count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9. Yep, 9. Alright. Now, the most part is the main hard. The hard part is the circuiting. I'm not really sure exactly if I can tell what this guy's doing. So he looks like he did a little bit of action. So I think the droppers he placed were like facing up. So let me try something. So, but first we're gonna do redstone circuiting. So place redstone on the ground here. Then place redstone. I think. Kind of weird how it's not facing. Oh wait, I think I see what he did. I think he made like little squares. So you can do the same thing as well. Make like you want to make like squares. So just make like squares, for example. So because that's where all the circuiting, the clock circuits happen. So you make like little squares. Shove like a total of like 9 squares behind this. So there. Once you have your 9 squares, you're now free to do what you can. What a fudge. That's a fudge. Sorry about that. So you'll have the idea to... Oh, I think I know what he did now. It's the hard part is the circuiting. I can't really tell about the redstone circuiting. So, I'm just gonna keep looking at this. Alright, I'm gonna look at this really carefully, guys. So, I think we're gonna place place one dropper facing up, then the other one's gonna be facing down. Hang on, I might have to delete a block to do this. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Show. It's this Jordan Garrett. What's wrong with you? How many? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. That's not bad. And then I'm gonna put that one block back. I'll show you guys in a second what I did. It's because it's a little hard. So when you get the use of using droppers, they're like a dispensable, like it's like a shulker, like one of those shulker boxes you'll use. It just like stores items. We're almost there. And then we'll place one dropper up there, and then we'll place a trap chest facing. Here's what I did. That's what I did. You have like total of 5 droppers. Then for this we'll have to create with redstone. Then coming out of the line. And so long. Okay, I think I've been trolled. I have to refix this. So you want to have a total of 3 squares. So I'm sorry, guys. So I'm gonna delete this again, so I can create my 3 squares. So by creating the 3 squares, you're gonna get out the total number of dates. Alright. Total squares are completed. We'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, then a 5th one. It's hard. It's hard. Sorry guys, look. There we go. Total of 3 squares. Now we can go ahead and do the redstone circuiting. I'm gonna have to charge my phone, so it's gonna be a little hard. Sorry if this video is... Sorry about that. So he did something... Sorry about that, I cut. So he did something like this right here. And let me try something. And then I think he tops it off with redstone again. And then try something. Okay, so once you hear this click. You hear the click. Well, you have to place like a lever. So for this, I prefer levers. So for the rest of the items he uses is it's really simple. So whoosh, whoosh. So Carrie, what the hell's wrong with you? I mean, I could do the basic repeaters. It's just the same. So for like the droppers, for example. So just remember for the droppers, I'll show you guys. So it's redstone face coming this way and facing that way. It's what Carrie, the hell's wrong? It's what Carrie, the hell's wrong with you? Sorry. It's one repeater facing that way. Then you want it facing this way, and then a comparator goes that way. And to finish this off, just place a lever. And then that's the circuit. So basically, yeah, we're gonna keep doing this till I have to go. So I'm gonna be quiet so that you guys can have concentration. I'm gonna just work on this. You can hear the controller ASMR. Alright, so should have both of these right here. All 5 total. And then leave them off, and then we have to finish the rest of the bottom here. So for the rest of the bottom, just make lines of like redstone. Take a look. I think. Okay, so I think he used a lot of droppers. So it's the same thing we have to do before. So yes, guys, I'm sorry, but it's the same thing as well. So just delete all those 4 corners, delete the rest like the square, and then just place like the droppers at the original spots. Or if you want to put, one more time. Alright, there we go. And then delete Oh no, I actually deleted the squares. Come on. One more. There. Alright, so you'll hear everything. So, and then just, sorry I'm not showing you guys, I'm using the controller. You gotta use both hands for the controller. Wait. Everything, oh wait, I actually screwed up on something. There. And, alright. Damn. What did I do? Oh, I think I screwed up. I may have to redo this again, guys. I'm so sorry. There, okay, so, in case you screwed up, that's gonna be okay. We're gonna fix it. So, not bad. The fuck? Oh, sorry. So I'm gonna delete that chest right there. So delete all the sandstone. So that won't be like a problem. So delete all the sandstone behind, and then we're gonna keep working with the circuits. I kind of looks like I screwed up a little bit, but that's gonna be okay. If it's on the ground still, if it's like not on the sandstone block, it's totally fine. So when you have a basic compactor, and basically when you have like a double shifter, these are like really common for. So yeah, so the comparator basically does most of the work. The rest of the repeaters mostly improvise. Meaning that they basically have control, and they can like toggle like a pulse shortener. All right, then we gotta put the repeaters and the levers, and then we should be good. So you can like challenge yourself building these like little things, like little challenges. But all right, and let me just place the levers. Alright, and we are finished. So here's what yours should look like. It should look like this right here. Now, the best I might do is go into one of the droppers and then I'll place a repeater, for example. Alright, so my repeater's in there, my object's in there, for an object, and it basically pops up. Now I thought this would be working, that if most of these can have like a little bit of like redundance, meaning like all foreign objects can be like put in there. So I'm gonna take a little bit of sandstones. Like I'll take like a few sandstones. Put one in the middle. Took a little while. So if you put like a lot of objects in here, it'll basically like work really fine. But I'm just gonna show you your little redstone elevator clock circuits. So basically you can like compact yourself with one of these. I gotta hurry this up. Let me see everything here. Okay, I put every piece of redstone in there. Sandstone block. Now, next time we press an object like this right here, it turns off that comparator. Yeah, and then there. But anyways, and one more thing, you want to place like a hopper and like a chest there, so that you can have all your items stored in there. But anyways, this wraps up for this video. Want to see more? Hit the link down below. And yeah, build one for yourself. Build one and share in your comments you build one of these. So, anyways, please check out my boys Ice Nice channels, Instrumental Headquarters, My Other Minecraft Tutorials, and please put your name down in the drawing so you can win a free golden Funko Pop. I'll try a Vault Boy, and I'll try to see if I get those. But all you have to do is to subscribe, like the video, and turn on notifications, and comment down below if you like this set and why, and give me a thumbs up for safety. Like a Hellcat.